Every second, thousands of bottles of red wine are opened around the world. In a Michelin-starred restaurant, at a family gathering, or simply during an evening with friends, this deep red liquid has accompanied human life for centuries. But behind every glass lies a surprisingly complex process. A process that transforms a simple fruit into one of the most famous beverages on Earth. And contrary to what many people imagine, wine is not born inside a bottle or even inside a barrel. Everything begins in a vineyard. For months, the vines draw water and nutrients from the soil. Under the sun's energy, grape clusters slowly develop. The berries accumulate sugar. Their acidity evolves. Aromatic compounds become concentrated, and most importantly, red pigments, known as anthocyanins, build up inside the grape skins. Because there is one detail that surprises many people. Most red grapes actually contain almost colorless juice. The color of the future wine comes primarily from the contact between that juice and the skins. When the grapes reach optimal ripeness, harvest season begins. In some vineyards, the grapes are still picked entirely by hand. This method allows workers to sort the fruit directly among the vines. In other vineyards, harvesting machines move through the rows and collect several tons of grapes every hour. Regardless of the method used, the objective remains the same: get the grapes to the winery as quickly as possible. Because the moment grapes are harvested, they begin to change. Once they arrive at the winery, the clusters are carefully inspected. Leaves, stems, and damaged grapes are removed. Only the best fruit continues through the process. The first major transformation is called destemming. A machine separates the berries from the stems that hold the cluster together. Some wineries remove all of the stems to produce softer, fruitier wines. Others choose to keep a portion of them to add structure and complexity. The berries then pass through a crusher. The goal is not to completely pulverize the fruit. Instead, the skins are gently broken to release the juice. The resulting mixture has a special name: must. It consists of juice, skins, pulp, and seeds. This is the moment when red wine production truly begins. The must is transferred into large fermentation tanks. These tanks may be made of stainless steel or sometimes wood. Then comes one of the most important stages of all: maceration. The skins remain in contact with the juice. Gradually, they release their pigments. The wine begins to develop its red color. But the skins contribute much more than color alone. They also release tannins. These compounds play a major role in the structure of the wine. They influence both its texture and its aging potential. While maceration is taking place, another remarkable process begins. Billions of yeast cells start consuming the natural sugars contained in the grapes. This biological reaction is known as alcoholic fermentation. The yeast converts sugar into alcohol. Inside the tanks, activity becomes intense. Bubbles continuously rise to the surface. Temperatures increase. The must enters what can almost be described as a biological boiling phase. As the days pass, the grape skins naturally rise toward the surface. Due to the carbon dioxide being produced, they form a dense layer known as the cap. To efficiently extract color, tannins, and aromas from the skins, winemakers must regularly intervene. One common technique is called pumping over. Wine is drawn from the bottom of the tank and sprayed over the cap. The liquid then flows back through the skins, improving extraction. After several days or even several weeks, depending on the desired style, alcoholic fermentation comes to an end. Nearly all of the sugar has been converted. Wine now exists, but it is still far from finished. The next step is called draining. The liquid is separated from the solid materials. The first wine collected is known as free-run wine. It flows naturally without pressure. The remaining skins and seeds are then transferred to a press. Pressing extracts a second wine, known as press wine. This wine is generally more concentrated, more tannic, and more powerful. Depending on the style desired, The winemaker may choose to blend it with the free-run wine or keep it separate. Another transformation then begins: malolactic fermentation. Despite its technical name, the principle is quite simple. Bacteria convert malic acid into lactic acid. Malic acid is the same acid found in green apples. Lactic acid is much softer. This process generally makes the wine rounder, smoother, and more stable. The wine then enters a quieter but equally important phase: aging. Depending on the producer's goals, it may be stored in stainless steel tanks, concrete vessels, or oak barrels. The aging period may last a few months or several years for certain premium wines. During this time, the wine continues to evolve slowly. The tannins soften. The aromas become more complex. When oak barrels are used, the wood may contribute notes of vanilla, spice, toast, or cocoa. Before bottling, the wine typically undergoes several quality checks. Laboratory analyses verify its microbiological and chemical stability. Some wines are filtered, others are simply clarified to remove suspended particles. Finally, the last stage arrives: bottling. Automated production lines rinse the bottles. The wine is filled with remarkable precision. The bottles are corked, capped, and labeled. Only minutes earlier, this wine was still resting inside a tank or barrel. Now it is ready to travel across the world, but its story may not be over. Some bottles will be opened within days. Others will wait 10, 20, or even 50 years in a cellar, because red wine possesses a fascinating characteristic. Even after bottling, it continues to evolve. And all of that is made possible by an extraordinary transformation. The transformation that allows a simple grape to become one of the most iconic agricultural products ever created by humankind.